I'm Jonathan Liebman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of BlackBrick. We're currently sitting inside BlackBrick Gardens, which is the global edition of our hotel platform. It's in the middle of Roodehek Street in the Lower Garden Central Improvement District, where we have come into a previously industrial area, looked to turn it around with a new type of accommodation in the form of a short and long stay hotel, workspaces, rooftop restaurants, ground floor restaurant, courtyard. We're partnering with a whole bunch of other developers in the area who are building office spaces, residential, bakeries, wineries. We very much see this building as the catalyst for a new kind of vision for the neighborhood. I moved to Cape Town 4 years ago, having found this area in between well-off suburbs to the south and the downtown and the foreshore and the harbour to the north makes much more sense as an office, residential, hotel kind of mixed-use neighbourhood as the industrial starts to spread out into the peripheral of Cape Town. The way we see it is that it's probably going to become a much more diverse type of neighbourhood over time. This building used to be a 3-story hat factory, and it was actually the Southern Hemisphere's biggest hat factory for a long period of time, over a 60-year period. And so we came in, we decided to double the size of the building. So we took a 3-story building and we made it into a 6-story building. So the top half is all new build and the bottom half is the existing building. We inserted an atrium into the middle of the building. It had these big, deep industrial footprints. So we realized that the big intervention that we were looking to make was to bring in much more natural light, which was done together with our architect system architecture. That has created the ability to have natural light on both sides of the hotel apartment. So you've got an entrance, which we call a stoep at the front, and another stoep at the back. So we've got the voorstoep and the achterstoep with natural light coming from both of those. That really just gives you a totally new type of experience as a guest. Most hotel rooms globally have got a dark passage that you enter from, whereas this now has a very light-filled experience no matter where you are in the building. We put a rooftop restaurant and bar at the top together with the swimming pool that's behind me. This space doubles as a culture space as well, so we have a weekly jazz event. We've also converted the very generous passageways throughout the building into a gallery. Our first exhibition been installed now. It started as part of the Cape Town Art Fair program and it's continued for another 3 months, called Exploded View, a combination of Eduardo Villa's works on the streets, which we've continued to improve by installing public art there. Younger contemporary artists exhibiting within the building. On the ground floor of the building is what we call our town square or piazza experience, where we've got Trust restaurants next to Rosetta Coffee. We've got the reception, co-working spaces, Max's Mezcal Bar, Lucy's Juice Bar, meeting rooms, and a lane running down the edge of the building that we're planning to activate over time as an extension of that ground floor space. The building has 93 apartments. 85 of the 93 apartments are operated within our hotel model, which is a unique model which allows people to stay for a couple of nights, a couple of weeks, or even a couple of months. So it's quite flexible. The rate goes down the longer that you stay. The daily rate reduces. The units have been designed with a very unique interior concept from a company called Modular Made, which is who we worked with on all of the joinery and the couches and the bed bases. This was their first project that they installed their CNC technology driven solution into. The rest of the design of the apartments is partly inspired by the original architecture of the building, being from 1960s mid-century modern. Really a focus on our design philosophy, which is called elevated essentialism. So we try and do what's absolutely essential so that we can keep our prices affordable while still delivering very, very sophisticated design. That's how we see ourselves unique in the market. Most top-end design products are inaccessible and very expensive. We're trying to build something that is accessible to a much wider market at a really, really top design level. We've used the rooftop over the summer for a number of food and beverage experiences. We had an amazing pop-up with a chef called John Joseph as an example. We've partnered with local places, Gerald Garnett, do some dinner experiences on the roof as well. The idea is to keep things very educational and cultural while still being a level of entertainment that brings in the crowds. As we go into autumn and winter, we're going to be creating enclosed space behind us so that the space is more flexible for events and that it's weatherproof, and to continue to invest in the streets and the neighborhood. It's a very much a long-term project, this, where our neighbors are still going to be developing with a few $100 million going into the area over the next couple of years. building slowly, building consciously, building with a network play in mind. This building is our 5th BlackBrick building. It represents our elevated concept for the platform. December 2026 will open in Schlanga. That'll be our 3rd city in the network and will allow our travelers and our guests to be able to move between the 3 main South African economic hubs and live and work in a similar environment while they build their businesses. So we're very excited about that later in the year. After that, we've got a whole pipeline that we're going to be developing from Pretoria to Bryanston, and even the US is on the card at some point in the near future.